allowing people to sin is different than normalizing sin. People should have the right to sin, providing they're not sinning against their neighbor. And I think I did a good job explaining that. But I can't normalize sin. Because as soon as I normalize sin, I take away the ability to change. Remember, people say all the time, well, those people deserve mercy. Who doesn't deserve mercy in this room? Who doesn't need mercy in this room? Me, foremost. I do not have a past to brag about. But how many understand the only way I get mercy is to acknowledge I did something wrong? Because mercy means, the definition of mercy is, I did not get what I deserved, meaning I deserve something. Grace means I got what I didn't deserve. I love this illustration someone shared many years ago. They said, if you're speeding and you're going 50 miles over the speed limit and a police officer pulls you over and he doesn't give you a ticket, you just received mercy. You didn't get what you deserved. But if that same police officer pulls you over, you're going 50 miles over the speed limit, and he doesn't give you a ticket, but he gives you $1,000 for speeding, you just received grace. You got what you didn't deserve. Are you with me? The only way I get out of sin, see, sin is my master, and it overpowers my human spirit, but God overpowers sin. The only way I get out of sin is to acknowledge I sinned. Follow me. As soon as I normalize sin, as soon as I say, no, I didn't sin, that's normal, my behavior is normal, do you understand that that is not mercy? Do you understand that I did not give grace to that person? I actually now took away their ability to get out of the place they're in? As soon as I say adultery is normal, how many of you know if it's normal, I don't need mercy? And I'm not going to get grace. Why? I just normalize it. Mercy means I did something wrong. If I say I didn't do anything wrong, how many know I don't get mercy, and I certainly aren't going to get grace? How am I going to get out of the situation? As soon as I normalize sin, I've taken away the ability for people to come out of it. That is not called compassion. That's called stupidity. Listen, if you want to be a homosexual and live a homosexual lifestyle, earnestly, that's your business. I wouldn't want to be in a Muslim country that makes it illegal. But if you want to teach in this school that homosexuality is normal, I'm sorry, I can't normalize it. As soon as I normalize it, I take away your ability, my children's ability, and everyone else's ability to find grace in a time of need. If I don't need, I don't find grace. I'm not mad at anybody, but I refuse to create a culture in which people can't come out of being stuck because I was stuck and I needed to get out of being stuck. If someone would have normalized my sins, I would have never reached out to Jesus. Well, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not a sinner. Some of you guys need Jesus, but I'm not. What I'm doing is normal. Listen, it may be common. Cancer is common, but it ain't normal. It's not because I'm mad at anybody. It's because I do love people. Some people are like, oh, you're making people feel bad. I'm sorry, if you're in sin, you should feel bad. I can't tell you how many times I've been up here and Bill's preaching. I love being with Bill. The guy is so noble, and I'm being honest. And probably 1 in 5 times she's teaching up here, and I am convicted. I'm like, did he just read my mail? And it's usually not something I did. It's a thought I had or the way I think. And I'm like, took my heart and just preached it. Go ahead. I should have a part of that intellectual property if you write a book about it. I mean, you obviously looked into my heart and just preached about my problems. I'm so thankful to be in a place where I still feel bad when I do bad. I don't want to feel good about doing bad. And I leave there, and I'm so thankful that God corrects our attitudes before they become actions. And this is how Bill is, and I love being with him for one of the reasons. I'm sitting there listening. I'm like, I know what's going to happen. I know where he's going, and I do this all the time. That's me, self-promotion Kris, right there, self-promotion Kris. And I leave there and I'm like, Holy Spirit, I need help for that. I can see it. I don't like, you preach a message against me, I'm never coming back. I'm like so thankful I'm connected. Remember the difference between sons and bastards? It's in it's in Hebrews 12 that that you receive discipline tells me you're a son, and not a bastard or illegitimate child. The fact that I can receive correction. If I'm sitting here and I'm living with my girlfriend and for the first time I hear the gospel and I hear, you're supposed to be married, and I feel bad about it, it's like, thank God you're alive. It's not bad that you feel bad. It's good that you feel bad. It's good that you have conviction. It's like, that means you're still alive. It means the Holy Spirit's in your life. What do? Marry the girl. This isn't brain surgery or not. But don't do what God says not to do, because he's been around for a long time and he's the inventor and you're the invention. When God says, I wouldn't do it that way, he's not giving you a suggestion. Well, I'm going to do what God said not to do. God's trying to kill my joy. He's the one who created orgasms. He's the one who created sex. God is in the good feeling mood. And the God that created all that says, don't. You got to listen to that guy. He invented fun. He said, taste and see. You could have, be fed intravenously or eat bird seed all your life. But God said, taste and see that the Lord is good. Every time you eat something that tastes really good and it's nourishing your body, you're like, that's a good God. I like God. He gave me ice cream to nourish my body. I love dairy products and I love steak too. I'm simply saying, you understand that when we normalize evil, we are not doing people a favor. Please stop telling me we're doing people a favor. No, they hate you for it. Well, I'm sorry, it hated Jesus too. And how we share it matters, of course. And of course, we can be so self-righteous, look at us, we're so pure. I'm not standing up for how we send the message. I'm simply saying the message needs to be sent because it's a gospel. And I understand it's been done wrong. I understand it's been done the wrong way. I understand that. But listen, if you have true conviction, it's kind of funny. People can say it anyway, and you still walk out of there going, I need to change. And I'd propose we all need to be in a culture where we get rebuked once in a while. I will say it. I'll be the first one with my hand up. I need to be rebuked at least a couple times a month. My attitude gets wandering off just like yours does. And it's good to be in a place where people actually tell you the truth instead of pretending like you're so holy, you're such a, you write books, you must be God's right hand. Whatever. I am a son, though, and I am right about this message. Would you stand, please?